We got two teams coming off dramatic, different game ending results. You have Hope coming off of a loss that, honestly, they could argue should have been a win. And you have Trine coming off of a dramatic win to beat Albion. So, lots to look forward to in this game, but really interesting matchup because there could be two ways that both of these teams respond, especially coming off of the different results that these games have had. Like, Hope could come out, be so much more motivated, and just dominate from the get go. And if you look at statistically, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think this Hope offense is going to be able to run the ball on this Trine defense. This Trine defense has given up 141 yards on the ground. I also think Hope's still going to be able to attack through the air. They gave up 230 yards in the air as well. Like, this team for Trine gives up almost 375 yards of offense per game and also gives up 27 points a game as well, when Trine offensively only scores a little less than 27 points a game. So if you look at just the statistics, you can see and wonder, how is Trine 3-1? Now, obviously, let's look at Trine's perspective, right? Like, Trine is coming off of a dramatic victory that can really truly create a ton of momentum. I talked about it in the Trine Albion game, how there was multiple scores with 2 minutes or less to happen. Like, Trine had an opportunity and they were able to convert that. You can really use that momentum and continue that going forward. If this is a tight game, how is both of these teams going to respond? Because they've seen these tight games go one way or the other. Now, with that being said, I think that this Trine offense is obviously going to be facing a much better opponent in defense in Hope. I think Hope, while they did give up quite a few points comparatively to what they have been this year against Elma, I think Elma poses more of a threat than this Trine team does. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't think this Trine team isn't good. I think this Trine team has players. I think Owen Hebert is one of those guys. 17 receptions, 139 yards. Jermaine Williams, I've talked about him in the preview against Albion. Rashawn Street, I talked about him in the preview. Zach Pillow, they have weapons. They have been able to score the ball quite a bit. Like, it's just about getting it in the red zone. It's about converting those opportunities to touchdowns, and Trine has done that pretty well so far this year. And this Trine team is going to try to attack Hope through the air, which, if you look in college football, attacking a team through the air is obviously going to probably lead to maybe a little bit less of a time possession overall. But a lot of teams, obviously, for good reasons, allow more yards through the air. This Trine team offensively averages about 27 minutes per game with possession. That means that this Trine defense is on the field for almost 33 minutes per game. That is a ton. And when you have an offense, especially a running game that Hope has, that they want to have possession, but they also have the capability of making the big play, that's truly going to be the biggest factor and the biggest difference in this game, because I think Hope's going to be able to sustain drives. I think Hope's going to obviously have the home field advantage in this one. I think Hope is going to be obviously motivated. I think they're going to be upset. I think they're going to be rightfully, pissed off about last week. And I think this Hope team is going to stay motivated, because this is a Hope team that's still a top 25 team. This is a Trine that's going to have to go to Ray and Sue Smith Stadium, which has historically been very difficult to win at ever since Coach Schurzma has been there. And this Trine offense is going to have to put up points. And they're going to have to take care of the ball. They're going to have to be able to run the ball. They're going to have to be able to attack the secondary. And Hope against Elma did a pretty good job, especially when it came to forcing turnovers. And when you are good at forcing turnovers and you force the other team to make mistakes, that's going to lead to better results than most of times. And unfortunately, obviously, it didn't do that last week, but this Trine team isn't like unknown for having turnovers. Like their quarterback has at least thrown one this year. I know they've thrown at least a couple this year combined. Like there's real playmakers on this Hope defense. Like Austin Harvey, he had an interception last week. Great play against Carter St. John. They had multiple interceptions. You had Debris had an interception, at least one this year. Like these guys can force turnovers. These guys are going to get in the backfield. And because of that, I truly think that this Hope team is going to come out with a vengeance. I think this Hope team is going to come out motivated. I think this Hope team is going to be ready to play. And I feel like that's going to be a very dangerous situation for this Trine team. Because if this Hope team is motivated, you look at the talent that both of these teams have. I truly can see this Hope team coming out and just wanting to send a message. And they know that if they continue to do what they should do, Hope's going to be in the running for a playoff spot. And they know they cannot have a let-up spot here. And I don't think that necessarily happens. I think Hope ends up winning pretty comfortably. I don't think that really says a ton about Trine, though, because I think Hope is just at the top of the MIAA for a reason, at least projection-wise. Preseason they were. I don't think that says anything bad about Trine. I think this Trine team is going to win a lot of close games. You've already seen it. They're going to beat the teams that they should beat, and I just feel like they're going to run into a Hope team that's just a bad time to run into. Now, obviously, there's things called like a hangover. That can very possibly happen. Maybe things start spiraling a little bit. Maybe things aren't going as well in the game. We'll see exactly if that happens, but I don't think that happens whatsoever for Hope. I think Coach Schurzma and this coaching staff and just these players understand what happened last week. They're probably very upset for it, but it's about forgetting about it, continuing to go from it, continuing to get better. And I think because of that, Hope ends up winning this game pretty comfortably. And I think offensively and defensively, Hope looks pretty good in this game, which they are. They're a really great team. They're going to continue to be a great team. They're going to win a lot more games. And I truly think that this is going to be a start of Hope kind of getting back to where they should be. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the game. What do you think? Do you agree, disagree? Let me know in the comments if you like what I had to say. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Really appreciate everyone's support. Definitely will be recapping this game, talk about exactly what happened in this game. But yeah, good luck to Trine. Good luck to Hope in this game. Obviously, I hope it's a good game, but I think that Hope's going to end up taking the win at the end of the day and going 1-1 in conference play. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Make sure to leave a like and comment, and good luck to both of these teams.